Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful. Thank you all for taking time out of your busy schedules. It's another night with the Jock Brothers. We have a fabulous show for you tonight. We're interviewing some of our authors who have written children's books and really are trying to express and give knowledge to our youth. They say books are a gateway to knowledge. Books have the power to transport readers into different worlds, both real and imaginary.
That's right.
They stimulate the imagination and encourage creativity by presenting new ideas and perspectives. Tonight, we have three fabulous authors that we're going to present to you and some of their ideas that formed into books. First, let's get started with my co-host. Brother Jackie's not here right now. It's a fabulous duo, Brother Ahmed. I'm your brother, Brother Ahmed, and my brother, my friend, my co-host, my partner. We work in Jock Brothers. He's a mentor. We mentor youth in the community. He's a friend. He's a soldier, and he's a mentor. Please welcome with a strong Jock Brothers round of applause, my brother, your brother, Brother Kaweed Muhammad.
All praises are due to Allah. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, I bear witness there's no God but Allah. Muhammad is his messenger. Once again, thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Jock Brothers Presents. Let us make man. Beautiful, beautiful show tonight. Children's books. I know that when I was coming up, every child book that I read, it had either animals or white characters, but these three authors right here put us in the books. And I like that most because I have grandchildren. I have a lot of children in my family that need to see themselves in these stories. So I thank Ahmed, beautiful idea to come up with this show, Soldier. And I thank you, Jock viewers, for always supporting and tuning in and supporting us. And again, for those that have that support the Jock Brothers from week to week, again, words cannot express how much we appreciate that. And please, for those that have supported to the Jock Brothers platform, we thank you. And we ask everybody for continued support to the Jock Brothers platform. As you can see, our Cash App information is rolling at the bottom of the screen. $ Jock Bros, $JAKQ BROS. Of course, we have to give Black authors more press than this. So please, if you could please share this show, subscribe to the show and hit the bell, that'd be great. We got to support us. Who's going to support us better than us supporting us? So we got to share and celebrate Black authors, especially those that does children books, because we definitely want this type of information in our early learning. Also, the Jock Brothers, we have a prison initiative. We've been rocking this initiative now for about 2 years. Please continue to support our prison initiative as we try to get the finest paper, the boldest paper behind bars to our brothers and sisters that cannot just go get it on their own. So we ask for you, Jock Nation, to stand behind that endeavor. We have a 90-day subscription of the Final Call newspaper. It's going for $18. A 6-month subscription for $30. We normally get donations between those price ranges. However, you can do a 1-year subscription of the Final Call to an inmate for $60. Please sponsor a brother, sponsor a sister that's locked up, that need to get this truth. Please, we ask you to stand behind that. Now, I don't know. My personal goal is to get 1,000 Final Call newspapers to our brothers and sisters around the country on a weekly basis. I just don't know those many people. So we asking you to get involved in another way. This way, if you know somebody that's incarcerated, please give us their information. We have a website. We have an email address called jockbrothersviewers@gmail.com. It's at the bottom of the screen. Please, if you know their name, we need the name, the inmate number, the facility they are serving time at. If you have their chaplain information, that's a big help, because usually that's the hurdle that has to be jumped to get them to Final Call newspaper, going through the chaplain. And so please, if you know of anyone, if you know of a list of individuals that's behind bars that could use the Final Call publication, please put their information in jotbrothersviewers.com. Please also, it don't work without those donations. So please, our Cash App information again is $ Jock Bros, $JAKQBROS. I think I covered everything, Brother Ahmed. Back to you, sir.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you, my brother. Okay, so we're going to get started. We have 3 authors that we're going to present to you tonight. We're going to start with our young brother. He's done so many things. So we're just going to give him the stage right now. I'm just going to speak on some of his accolades while we stroll through a little of his bio here. His brother, at 11 years old, he became the founder and president of his own 501c3 nonprofit. It's called ICRA International, LLC. ICRA International's mission is to share the joy of reading with children of color around the world. Mansour received the proclamation from Fulton County government that was sponsored by Commissioner Khadija Abdul Rahman on April 20th, officially, they made this officially Mansour Injai Muhammad Appreciation Day.
That's right.
His brother's doing amazing things. He became the youngest entrepreneur to receive such an honor and official acknowledgement from the Fulton County government. During the summer months, Mansour's nonprofit, in collaboration with Chattahoochee Hills City Councilwoman Ruby Foster, offered free food to citizens because he believes children can't focus on reading when they are hungry. I mean, his brother, and everyone who's watching, if your children want to get involved, we're going to give this brother's information. These are summer programs. These are all year programs that this brother's instituting. In 2022, Mansour started his first free community food giveaway on the birth anniversary of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. He fed 88 people and 22 families. Later in the same day, he fed 25 seniors with their grandchildren. The brother's foundation, the brother has accolades. The brother's an author. We're going to let this brother introduce himself, and then we're going to show you his books. And then we're going to give you some of his information. So just be prepared to join on with this brother. Be prepared to take his information. I mean, he's building a movement. Let me introduce to you, no further ado, because he's outshining me right now. My brother, your brother, Brother Mansour Injai Muhammad.
In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, I bear witness there is no God but Allah, and Muhammad is his messenger. I greet you all in the greeting words of peace and paradise. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam, sir. Yes, sir, brother. Okay, go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Oh, no, you can go on.
No, the age you wrote your first book, 5 years old.
Yes, sir.
Do we have, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
What's in the mind of a 5-year-old writing a book?
Well, that's the question.
Oh, that was a question. Oh. Well, when I was 5 years old, I actually hated reading books.
Mm.
My mom used to homeschool me, and she used to take me to the library. And the two books that were at the library were comic books and sports books. After that, I had a creative writing program that was taught by Sister Lisa. And what she had me doing was writing mini books. And when my mother saw my mini books, she saw how well they were written. And that's how my book started, which is Mansoor and the Mysterious Will.
Well,
Do you have a copy of the book right now? You can show everybody?
Yes, sir. I have my second book and my first book of the series.
Okay, yes, sir. Praise be to Allah.
okay, let's introduce these books really quick. We have 3 books. Is this the first book?
Yes, sir.
And we can find these books on Amazon, correct?
Yes, sir.
Because I went to Amazon and I just typed in Mansoor, but then I typed in Mansoor books, and some of the books came out. And this second book, is this the second book that you wrote?
No, sir. That's my coloring and activity book.
This is the second book.
Yes, sir. That's my second book of the series.
Okay. And let's break down the first book though. What is the first book dealing with?
The first book is dealing with a boy named Mansoor learning how to be dependable and keep his word. And basically what happened in the story was that he was trying to find a job that can get him some money.
Mm.
And the job that he chose was picking up the trash. During his job,
I'm sorry.
During his job, he was after he got paid, he started to slack off and eat ice cream and play and forgot about his job. And after that, a wheel came from out of the sky and told him that he was not keeping his word for keeping the trash off of the curb. And that's when I figured out that I wasn't being dependable and keep my word. And I started to go back to doing my job and keeping my word.
Now, see, that book just sounds like a setup to me, because when you write a book like that and then you don't do something that your parents tell you to do, they're going to put that book right in your face all the time, no?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, Brother Ahmed.
Yes.
Can I give a quick background of what my book focuses on?
Yes, sir. Definitely.
Okay. My book focuses on 3 main topics: the principles of character, the environmental impact, and entrepreneurship. Oh, and these 2 series books that you see are a part of the 7 principles of character. And all 7 of them is I'm dependable, which is the first one I wrote so far. I am honest. I am tolerant, militant, obedient, which is the second one you see there, humble, and courteous.
Courteous. So is this a part of so this is like the second book of a book series that you are in the process of writing, correct?
Yes, sir. And in this series, our principles are based off of the FY training.
Wow. Go ahead.
Now, from 5 years old, how old are you now?
I'm 13 right now.
From 5 years old to 13, when you look back at yourself at 5, what would you be able to tell yourself at 5? Where did you see where you grew from 5 writing this first book to now? Where have you grown, especially in these principles that you're speaking of? Have you learned to really grow into these principles or learn to understand these principles? Because at
Yes.
5, I don't know if you could have really understood it.
Yes, sir. At 5, I didn't really understand it until now that I'm starting to attend FOI class more often. Now I'm starting to see how these principles come to play in real life and how they are really important to know and how to study.
Praise
So-
be to Allah.
Let me ask you a couple of fun questions, Brother Mansour. I'm sorry, did I cut you off? Okay,
No,
let me ask you a couple. When you first saw your name in print on a book, what was that like for you?
Well, I mean,
it's fine.
well, I guess.
I don't think it impacted him at 5. But
Well, when you look back at your work, right, and now that you have a more clear understanding, what can you say about what you have accomplished so far, and you're just 13 years old? What would be your? Go ahead.
Well, what I would say is that I've accomplished a lot since I've published 2 more books, one a Project Series and a coloring activity book, and also I've started to do more events to help out with the needs of children of color around the world. And I would say I've really grown since 5 years old from based on what I've done so far.
Are you reading more now? Because I want to ask, if you are, what books do you recommend, and what books are you currently reading right now?
In terms of like, not my books, but like other books.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Well, in school, which is my school name is Blackstone Academy. The main books that have caught my interest during my book reports is a book about how nuts are not good for humans, and that is written by Kevin A. Muhammad. Another book is about astronomy that is written by what was his name? Oh, and then there's another book that I read, which was about there's another book that I read, which was a series book that was about Moses and the sign of the armed Elijah Muhammad and how it correlated to him.
Okay, so we have to celebrate your book writing. So now you're coming up with a series of books. Are you facing any challenges in writing these books? Is there anything that is the knowledge flowing? I see you have the principles laid out, but is it easy for you to translate those principles into your writing?
Yes, sir.
And are you getting most of this from school, or is this just flows with you really easy?
It's from Allah and everyone that has helped me so far.
Oh, thank you. I'm just messing with you, man.
Now, with your background, and you have a family who does a lot of research, does a lot of reading. Do they kind of push you when you feel a little when you're not doing everything you're supposed? Because you're doing a lot. You're doing a lot of important things in the community with the books, even with your family. So does your family support you? Do they gear you and push you to keep going? What do they do to help you out?
Well, like individually or in group effort?
individual and group effort?
Well, in group effort, they've all helped me in terms of like giving me ideas for my books because my books are a rhyming book, so they give me words that can correlate, and they help me like figure out what sentence can go with what words in my book.
Hmm.
And individually, I would say my mother, she's been helping me out since I was 5 years old by helping me achieve getting my proclamation, my websites, and my apps, Instagram, and all my books as well in general. My pa, I would say he's also been helping me out with in terms of helping me write my books and also being the treasurer for my ICRA International nonprofit. And my sister, she's also been helping me out with creating my books and finding words that rhyme with the
Hmm.
books.
Do you and your sister have like a competition going on? Because she's doing a lot of things too. Do y'all have like she trying to
No,
outdo you, you trying to outdo her?
no, sir, not really.
Oh, so you work together. What advice do you have towards other writers who are inspiring and trying to come out with that first book? What words of encouragement do you have for them?
Well, I would say to not give up and keep trying your hardest. And I would also say that uh, if this is what you really want to do, then you should go and do it and not stop or feel like it is too much pressure on you to do a book.
Beautiful, beautiful, love it. What's
And
next for
and
you, brother Mansour?
hmm,
What's next for you?
What is next for me?
You got the nonprofit, you got the books. What's next?
Oh, well, I have events coming up in 2024. And some of the events that I'm doing is Instagram live stories, which is in my Instagram is called at Tink on Wings.
Okay.
hmm.
I also have another event that's coming up in 2024 where I'll be taking 25 students to 3 museums, including the National African American Museum, to help them
Hmm.
see the history of reading and better more spread the knowledge of the importance of reading to children of color.
Beautiful, brother.
Praise be to Allah. And I know that your the character that's in your books, uh, most of it, from what you said, is that from elements of your own life that you're putting into these books.
Wait, could you repeat what you said?
I said the character that's in the book, even though he has your name, are the elements coming from your own life, the the character, or your personal life experiences. Are you using that to to write your stories, to give that character life?
Oh, no, sir. My story is the backstory of my book, Monster and Mysterious Will, is about well, basically Mansour is actually focusing on Muhammad and how Muhammad is getting guidance from a man on the wheel, and how in my story, uh this boy named Mansour is getting guidance from the wheel to remember to be dependable, honest, and like obedient in all the other 7 principles. And this is also correlating to the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan.
We've been trying to get you on the show for a while. We have a series of shows where we're called Unwrapped Gifts, where we're exposing some of our talented youth. And we thank you finally that we got you on the show, and we're able to expose your books, to promote your nonprofit, and and just all your accolades that you're growing and achieving in the community. If you could, because we're going to go on to our next author, but if you could just give that information of the that you gave a little earlier, the of your book, the principles of your books.
Oh. The 7 principles of my book are: I am dependable, honest, tolerant, obedience, humble, militant, courteous, and I'm pretty sure, yeah, that was 7 of them.
Okay, I wanted to show that if anyone wanted to donate to your nonprofit, get any information, you can text Give Ikra to 44321. You can also be contacted on your Instagram.
Yes, sir.
What is your Instagram?
My Instagram is at Take on Wings.
At Tink. Spell it, please.
We have it at Take Not Wink.
No, that's not it.
No, that's not it. What did you said? Tink 1. Is that 1 spelled out?
No, sir. My Instagram is Ikra International, which is Ikra INTL.
So I had that up there.
And how you spell Ikra International, or how to spell my Instagram, is IQRAINTL with the S.
You said INTL?
Yes, sir. IQRAINTL. In all caps.
Okay.
I mean, you're doing big things, Brother Mansour. I mean, I'm inspired by you, brother. I told Ahmed about 3 months ago, I want to write a book as well. I want to write a children's book as well. I haven't got started yet because I think it's really more challenging than what I thought it would be. But the fact that you're doing it and you have plans to write so many more, it's really inspiring. So, I plan to be under the author umbrella one day. You got everything you need, Ahmed, for his Instagram?
Yeah, we just put it up on the screen.
Yes, sir.
I just wanted to just want to go through his books one more time. You can purchase these books on Amazon.com. The good thing about our show is if you don't catch it right now, you can rewatch this show, fast forward, rewind on YouTube, subscribe on YouTube. Mansour. Savior's Day is coming up. We have holidays coming up. These are great gifts for the children. Whatever religion you are in, you can purchase these books. It's a great read. Went too far. But please support our brother in all his works. Thank you, Brother Mansour.
Yes, sir.
If you could hang out with us for a little while, just a few more minutes, we're just going to go over these other 2 authors.
Yes, sir.
We're going to start with our sister. She's also doing numerous projects and works in our community. She's I know her most for taking the charge in pushing her initiative of survival, and then taking on the initiative of teaching children survival. Her book and her mission in the survival, I mean, she's our go-to when we're talking about disaster preparedness, survival, and learning and growing in adapting in today's time. I want to introduce to you our sister, your sister, Sister Tequila Muhammad. Bring her on with a strong Drop Brothers round of applause. Sister
African family, I'm here.
Yes, ma'am. How are you, sis?
I'm wonderful. Pray everyone's the same.
Praise be to Allah. Praise be to Allah. Now, we have your book. I'm not sure if this is your only book, but can you tell us a little bit about yourself and tell us a little bit about your book?
Give me 1 second, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
I know what I have a question inside of for Brother Mansour. Somebody wanted to know what age group was your books written for?
My age group for my books were written from ages 5 to 12.
5 to 12. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I think that's the only question she got. Anything you got for Brother Mansour, Brother Jackie?
No, sir.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Brother Mansour, I have one more question.
Yes, sir.
When you're dealing with your peers, your friends, so now you're in school, do you encourage them to join on with you in these ventures that you're in?
Yes, sir.
Okay, because I know I see your parents and your sister are engaged, but at your age, just having peers and inspiring them to walk in this walk with you, because some of them like to do other things. They might do positive things. They might get out here and do negative things, but when they can attach on to a brother like you can help guide them into new ventures. You can help guide. I mean, who's 13 starting nonprofits, right? Who's 13 even writing books? I mean, this is a whole nother generation that you can inspire and keep them out of negativity, keep them out of harm's way,
Yes, sir.
So,
can I add one thing on?
Yes, sir.
Well, some things that they did, like how they helped me out too, and how I helped them out. They helped out with my food giveaways that I had over the past day when I was feeding people from Metro Atlanta, and they were also there when I received my proclamation, which was in one of the photos that you showed recently.
Okay. Yeah, because I'm just thinking if I had a friend like you at 13, I might have been on a different level, And
it was the whole entire school.
It was the whole school with you? That's great. Brothers and sisters.
Yes, sir.
And I'm telling you, brother, sometimes we are great and we don't know the effect that what we do has on the people around us,
Yes, sir.
Sometimes just looking from the inside out, you don't know. But if you stepped out of you and looked at yourself, you would see you like we see you,
Yes, sir.
We really speak of you very highly. And this is brothers. These are grown men. When we speak of Mansour, we speak very highly of you. I just wanted you to know that.
Yes, sir.
And you inspiring. Oh, go ahead, Colin.
I just want to know what's up. Have you received any? What's some of your more positive experiences since you've wrote your books that you could talk about? And or have you received any critique or criticism of your books you've written?
No, sir, for the critique part. And
Yes,
for
sir.
the first part you said, um, could you repeat what you
What's
said?
some of your positive experiences?
Oh, well, some of my positive wait, oh, damn. What was the word you said again?
Some of your positive experiences?
Oh, some of my positive experiences that I had were, well, during my food giveaway, there was a lot of people that were coming by, and they were saying thank you and like positive things, and it really encouraged me to want to do it more and help out more with my community and everyone else.
Praise be to God. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Sister Quayla, are you okay?
I think she asked for 5 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Yes, sir. Now,
Okay.
Brother Mansour, when I was trying to write, one of the things I had trouble with was just gathering information. What are some of your writing techniques to get you to your completed with your book?
You said with my writing techniques?
Yes, sir.
Writing techniques.
Some of my writing techniques that I've used to make my books
Yes,
is
sir.
back when I was 5 years old, I would set the sheets of papers on the floor, which has the illustrations of the book. And what I would do is
So you wrote all your books when you were 5. Is that what you're saying?
no, sir.
Okay. How old were you when you wrote your latest book?
My latest book,
Right.
I was 12 years old.
12 years old. Okay. Yes, sir.
Brother. Oh, brother Carl, we could let's just go into our
Oh, brother Ahmed.
yes, sir.
I just want to say, I started with the first principle that I started with was I am dependable.
Yes,
And
sir.
when I did write my second book, which is when I was 12 years old, that was the principle of obedience.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, brother. Look, because we want you to hang around right after we finish your break and deal with these other two authors. We just want to hear your closing remarks and some inspiring words that you can give to your peers, okay? And some of the generation coming up under you. Brother Kawi, let's take a quick break, Brother Kawi, if you could
Yes, sir.
introduce
Yes, sir.
our initiatives once again.
Yes, sir. So once again, thank you for tuning in to the Jot Brothers Presents Let Us Make Man. As you can see, we're showcasing the young talent that's in the nation of Islam. Our brother Mansour Muhammad, a young brother that's already an author, and the author in 2 books and one, we say a coloring book. Also 3 books and also and doing other great things. And this is the type of product. This is the type of youth that the Nation of Islam is producing on a day-to-day basis. So we have to stand behind brothers like this, youth like this, and elevate them to heights that even we can't even fathom. So once again, I hope you are enjoying Brother Mansour and his accomplishments at such a young age. Once again, we thank you so much for tuning into the Jot Brothers Presents Let Us Make Man. We aspire to be youth mentors. We inspire to be businessmen. All of us but myself, Brother Ahmed, and Brother Jackie all have businesses. I am into real estate personally, and I've been into real estate now for 2 years. I'm still growing in the field of real estate. I enjoy it a lot. If you have any real estate questions whatsoever that you would like answered, you can always give me a call. If you just want comps for your area, if you just want to know what your home is valued at, what the market is looking like right now, any questions in real estate that you have, you can give me a call. My number is 404-671-5681. And of course, we have our brother who we are about to showcase, our brother Ahmed, who's also an author. And he's going to be taking questions on the book he wrote, Bilal and the Bully. I talked to him earlier about it. Really love his concepts. Can't wait for him to express himself. And you can purchase his book. You can go on www.bipublishing.com, or you can simply go to Amazon. And you can so support our brother Ahmed, support our brother Mansour as they continue to build up their catalog of books designed for children. And of course, we got our brother Jackie Muhammad, who was on earlier. He has a company named Supreme Waste Removal. He has cans for you, 20 footers, 30 footers, 40 footers. You can give him a call.
Dumpsters.
Well, yeah, but dumpsters. And you can give him a call, 404-957-7639. Please support our brother. If you have any needs for dumpsters, cans for those different sizes, you can give him a call. He has great prices. And of course, please let's always remember the prison initiative. We definitely want to get the Final Call newspaper behind bars for our family. Again, you can help with that endeavor. $18 for 3 months. You can, as you can see, our Cash App information is scrolling at the bottom of the screen. $JAKQBROS. No further ado, let's get back to the program. Thank you, there, Brother Ahmed.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Excuse me, Brother Kawi.
Sister Quayle, are you there?
Oh, Brother Kawi.
Go ahead, Brother Mansour.
I was blinking out for a second, but I just remember the answer to your question earlier.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead with it.
Basically, my book that I published in 2022 was about what was happening at my school, which was COVID-19, and how we had to go virtual because in my book it was titled "I Am Obedience," and I wasn't wearing my mask during that time, and that's when we went virtual.
Okay. So you learn to be obedient, and that's gave birth to the new book, I Am Obedient.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Okay, well, we're going to get right into our next author. We'll come back to Sister Quayla in a few minutes.
I think she's here. Hold on. I'm here for him. I think she's just right? Are you there, Sister Quayla?
I'm here.
Okay.
Okay. So Sister Quayla, could you just tell us a little about yourself and the book that you produces? Is this the only book that you have? Children's
Well,
book?
this is my only children's book that I have, but
Okay.
I do. I am an author of another book called Disaster Preparedness 3.0. And that children book is Disaster Readiness for Children, which is a book that I teach, kind of teach children, what they're seeing when it comes to preparing for disasters, when it comes to canning food, when they're seeing their parents stocking. Because one thing I've learned is that, we do things and our children are not aware of the things that we do and why we do. So we want to continue to teach them the proper things. And so it's just a illustrated book. I got a sister from the mosque, a young sister, to actually illustrate it for us. And yeah,
Is this an Amazon product?
it is.
Okay, praise be to Allah. Okay. Now let's learn a little bit about you. Could you tell us a little bit more about yourself and the things that you're working with today?
Okay, what would you like to know?
Your disaster readiness journey, a brief uh, a brief intro on your disaster readiness journey and how it steered you into this book and what brought you to that second book?
Of course.
Closing you down.
Yep, uh, hold on one moment.
Oh, she's definitely tied up. She's definitely tied up. So let's go ahead to Bilal and the Bullies. Let's go ahead and tackle Ahmed book. So Brother Ahmed, Bilal and the Bullies. Tell us more. Tell us about that journey, right? That got you started with writing this book, Soldier.
Man, I think we should have a little drum roll. Maybe a
little drum roll. Okay, let me see. All right. Let me see. Jackie, can you get the drum roll for me?
It ain't working.
Jackie
It ain't working. It's not working.
He used to do the beatbox.
The drum roll ain't working, bro. I don't know what happened.
Yes, sir. Well,
let me introduce to you, and maybe some know and some don't know, your brother Ahmed, became an official author, and he started with a children's book, Bilal and the Bullies. Let's bring him on with a thunderous round of applause.
I need to know, is it a mental health issue when you speak in second person? I need to know. This dude here, Ahmed, I love this dude right here, bro. This dude talking about Ahmed.
Let me start by saying that with Brother Mansour and sister, that writing a book is not an easy task. I first was inspired by Brother Patrick when he first came out with his book. This must have been 2002. Brother Patrick came out with his children's book, and he began to publish other brothers and sisters' books. And I was really inspired by him. But, I looked at it and I tried to come up with different ways to produce a book. But the journey, if you've produced one book, it's almost like having children. After you have one, the rest of them are easy. But the making of the book was very difficult. And then all the stumbling blocks that you run into. Someone asked me the other day about writing a book, and they wanted to get the author and the publisher and the different aspects of how I created the book. And it's a lot to it, but it's very simple once you get all the ingredients. But I wanted to say, like I said to Brother Kawi, in writing this book, everybody asks, is this book about myself? And the way I look at it, it's the me that I want it to be. So the book is me looking at a brother handling a situation and rising above his emotions and dealing with bullies. He didn't have to physically engage them, but it was a two-part aspect of it because he had to learn and strengthen the knowledge of who he was and grow into knowing his importance and his value. And then he used that to conquer the bullies, because the bullies were using verbal, they were
names or
destroying
whatever.
him verbally.
Right.
Right. They was using verbal abuse to bring him down. And in learning himself, he was able to stand up to them, but he used knowledge. When we grew up, my father always taught us to love our people. But I learned when I was dealing with young brothers that they were taught something different. They were taught that, hey, if someone says something to you wrong, you engage, you fight. And it took me a while to learn how to deal with that aspect, even though I would fight, but I just didn't understand why they would be so aggressive and why they would want to. But I learned later on, as I grew up, that they just didn't have the same love. Not all of them, but when we're dealing with bullies, But that's what inspired me to write the book, basically. And like my brother Mansour, it also geared me into starting a nonprofit organization, Hope Equals Life, where I use those tactics and principles that I've learned growing up in helping to mentor young brothers and even young sisters in that same principle of giving them hope. Honorable Miss Louis Farrakhan teaches us that a people without a vision will perish, and a people with hope have a vision, and vision and hope works together. So just inspiring children to have vision, to have goals, it kind of gives them hope. It gives them something to look forward to. And in this book, I'm pouring as much as I can. At the time, because this is my first book, I poured as much as I can into that to give the children who read it some kind of inspiration for self-value and self-guidance and self-knowledge of who they are. So when they run into situations where they're being oppressed or bullied, that they can stand up and represent who they are, and without fighting. But most of the time, bullies prey on weakness. So when you show a little strength, bullies usually back down. You don't really have to engage.
When I was coming up, I came up in public school, and I know in the main story of allowing the bullies is to rise above emotion. Another way they used to tell us to rise above emotion when I was in public school was they used to always give this little story: sticks and stones may break your bones, but names will never hurt you. So basically, don't worry about what they're saying to you. Just do not engage in any physical activity. And that try to be above that. But when I was going to the school I went to, they didn't get that message. They didn't get it at all. It was like the more you tried to get away from it, it was like it fueled their fire to continuously try to pick at you and call you out your names, to the point where at some point I have to do something about it. In trying to tell this story, is there something that in telling this story that gives you a remedy to that over aggressive teen that just won't let you leave you alone and let you go?
Yeah, definitely, because I've been in many situations where I've been bullied and I've also been a bully. But I know that when somebody shows that they have that they know who they are and shows a little strength in their character, I've seen not only myself, but I've seen others back up off that individual, whether it be a male or female. but even adults, children, you know, I know when someone stands up and shows who they are, yeah, everybody's kind of backing up. So that definitely, you know, was some of the knowledge that went into that book and into that story.
Is this going to be a part of a series of books you write in regards to how you should deal with adversity coming up in you know, as a youth?
No, I plan on writing more books, but I each book is just going to have a little knowledge in it. It's not going to be a series. I was going to come up with a series a little later on, but the books that I have planned now are just books where they're going to just express a little knowledge, give our youth and those, even those who are reading it to the youth, just different ways on how to deal with meet and overcome obstacles in our everyday life.
Where did you pull from to come up with this story right here?
Just my experiences. Just my experiences. I'm one of those. I'm one of those people who just study people, and most of the time, when people come on me, I may get quiet, or even when I'm talking, but I'm studying those around me. I'm studying the characters. I'm studying the way people are behaving, body language, their voices, their interactions, their language. I'm studying people. So I build up my knowledge base of characters from the people that I deal with around me.
Praise be to Allah.
Yes,
Praise
sir.
be.
Yes, sir.
Okay, brother, man, that's you. Let me ask you this now. When you was writing your book, what's some of the hurdles that you had to overcome to get to the final print?
Well, first, you know, coming up with the idea was the first part of the book, and then writing out the story. Getting it proofread was a hurdle, because as much as you can read something, you're writing it in your words. So when someone else reads it, they can proofread it. They can see errors. They can sentence structure. So I had to get a few people to read it, and sometimes that wasn't easy because some people were just reading it, but they weren't critiquing it. So that was a hurdle, because I had to go to different family and friends and teachers, because I wanted to really get someone to give me critique before I took it to print. And then getting someone to come and help me with the development of the illustration. Now I had to find someone to illustrate the pictures, but I already have the pictures in my mind. So now I have to match with someone who can illustrate the pictures that are in my mind. And
Okay.
I dealt with a few artists, and some of them were coming up with pictures, and I'm like, that wasn't where I wanted to go. So
Right.
that was another hurdle. And then just finding someone to copyright, and there's different companies. So you know, I had to go through different companies to copyright and print. So that was a little difficult. So each stage I think was a little difficult, but
so
I
this process was like a span of how much time from start to finish?
maybe a month here and there. I think it took me about 3 months.
Oh wow, that's long enough. Okay.
It might have been quick. I could have produced it faster. I think I fell back a little bit, and when I was getting it critiqued, proofread, I kind of fell back a little bit because I didn't want to go forward unless I knew that it was and then I was making changes, last minute changes, and that held me back a little more too. Yeah.
Praise be to Allah.
Yeah. But I wanted to just for our listening audience that these books that our authors have on are all Amazon products. And again, they all have very, very timely messages that I don't care if Brother Mansour my book is now 3 years old. Brother Mansour wrote his first book at 5. Sister Quayla wrote this book a few years ago, I believe, but they're all timely. They're all great products with a message. Like Brother Kawi said, these books should be purchased for our youth and our family that are in our community, that they can see themselves in these books and they can relate. There's so many Black authors now, or you would think the market is flooded, but there's always room for one more. There's always room
Come on,
for
that's right.
someone to bring a message, and you don't know who you can inspire. You can inspire the next author. You can inspire the next Brother Mansour, who went from an author now to running his own nonprofit organization, feeding the hungry, and he inspires friends. He's inspiring other students. So there's so much more behind these books, the author, the knowledge, the message. So let's get behind these authors. Let's promote. Let's purchase these books. Let's back our authors and our entrepreneurs and these nonprofit organizations. And let's continue to give.
That's right.
That's my closing remarks. Is Mansour still on?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Brother Mansour. We're going to round up this show right now. So if you could give your closing remarks, just give our listening audience a message, and please end with those
7 principles.
Is it 7 or 9? Sir, are you on mute? You're on mute.
My final words will probably be that we need donations for our 2024 events, and also find the book and look for the will.
And again, they could donate at
ICRA, INTL, and also Give ICRA, and text 44321.
Give ICRA. Text Give ICRA to 44321. We want to support this young man and his endeavors. If your children don't have anything to do on the weekends, let's not have them just sit there and play video games. Let's get them out into the community. This brother has an organization, and they're doing things in your neighborhood. If you're in the Atlanta area, grab your niece or your nephew, grab your son or your daughter, take them out. Let's get with this brother. Let's support him. Let's back him. He's a good friend. He's a good brother. We've watched him grow up since he was 5 and maybe younger. He's growing up to be a great young man. So if you have family, friends, youth that you need a good friend, a good mentor, someone that, hey, I wish somebody in my family was doing something good, something positive, bring them over to Mansour. Contact Mansour and give to Mansour's nonprofit and organization. Thank you, Brother Mansour, for taking time out of your busy schedule, because I know you're doing great things.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you as well.
Okay, our brother Jackie.
Oh, brother. I just say go and support our brother's book, our sister's book, and support our brother's foundation. Hope equals life. Support. That's it, brother.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. Brother Carwy.
Yes, sir. So, it was a certain amount of joy I had on this show. One, Mansour. Man, I don't know what I was doing at 5 years old or 13 years old, but it wasn't on this level at all. And all I can say is, I have to live vicariously through you as a youth. For me, because at 13 years old, brother, I promise you, I was just looking at television and running around outside with my friends. So for you to have a whole LLC and giving out food, I mean, you're light years away from where I was at the age of 13. And I pray that you do nothing but grow and be light years away from where I am at my age right now. You keep on striving, soldier. It's a big nation out here for the wide awake man. Big fields away, the wide awake man. I think you are that. And I think that I think if Allah bless me to live to see what you end up being, that'll be a blessing. And brother, man, of course you might, you inspire me. You like I say, when I first heard your book, we was on that program. You was reading your book. I said, man, I want to do a book. I haven't. Look, it's tougher than what y'all are saying that it is, because you gotta be creative. You got to come up with ideas. You got to come up with a story. You got to connect. You just can't put anything out there. And then the proofreading part. So there are hurdles in writing books, but if you really have that desire to write that book, as Ahmed told you, it's a few hurdles that you had to overcome. But if you're really determined, you can overcome it, and you can overcome it in a short period of time, and no limit of time. And so y'all just keep doing what you're doing. I'm looking forward to more of your project. And Sister Tequila, of course, her book's always designed to help those that need guidance. And in this particular case, she was inspired to help the young audience. There's always programs out there, workshops out there for adults, but the youth, our future, needs some of that attention as well. And she wrote a book regarding disaster that gave the youth, that targeted that age group, our future. So I just pray that she continues to do what she do, and keep striving in Islam. It's nowhere to go but up if you continue to stay on this path. And so that's what I have. I just, y'all are all inspirations, and I hope you motivated someone that was in the viewing audience today or in our future viewing audience. That's what I got for you. Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you, Brother Carwy. So I just wanted to also say, and for Sister Tequila and Brother Mansour, that I'd like to thank your families for their sacrifice and all that they pour into you, that their sacrifices, because you're 13, you're not driving yet. Somebody has to drive you to these places. Somebody has to drop you off. Brother, honor and cherish your family, because they have been great ever since I've known your family, your parents. They've been working hard and diligently. So what they produced in you is just an apple falling from the tree. You're the fruit that they bear, and I know from them to you, and from you to now, whatever you're producing is just greatness. So definitely, please let your family know how much you appreciate them, because the more you appreciate where you come from, the greater your blessings will be. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. All right. All right. So thank you all.
We just
We
donated.
like to, sir.
No, just let Monsoon know we donated to you, brother.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Jock Nation, we like to thank you for supporting us and watching us and backing us, and as we go on to do more and more and interview more of our people who are just extraordinary in our youth, our authors, our businessmen, entrepreneurs, brothers and sisters. So we'll tune in next week, 7 o'clock. Jock Brothers, we always have a great show with knowledge and information. And if you have any suggestions, please hit us up. Email us, jockbrothersviewers@gmail.com. If you have any information or any knowledge or anything you would like to see on our show, we accept your donations at the bottom of the screen at Cash App, $ Jock Bros. We want to be here a long time, and we want to serve our community and our viewers as much as we can. So thank you all for joining on. Have a blessed night, a blessed week. And we're out.